The comedy community is still in shock after hearing about the unexpected death of comedian Teddy Ray. Days after the incident, new information has emerged. According to TMZ, the Riverside County Sheriff's Office responded to a call on Friday morning around 10 a.m. A maintenance worker had reported that they found a man floating in the swimming pool that was later identified to be Ray. As the story continues to develop, news outlets continue to report on the case. NBC News reported on an article where they said that the sheriff's department said in a statement that no signs of foul play were located. Today we have our company hype analysts, Capone and Pierre calling to the show, along with very special guest Slink Johnson to give their thoughts and reactions. Pierre, I'll start with you. To be honest, this is a tough one for me, so I'm going to push through as hard as I can, but I want to get your reaction when you first heard this news break. What were your thoughts and reactions to it?
I was shocked. I didn't know how he died, but I was shocked. I caught a glimpse of him on, and I think it was Def Comedy Jam when they did it in LA. And I noticed how funny he was. I mean, seriously, I knew something about him stood apart. He just had good humor, and then I could hear his voice. He's from LA. And I don't know many comics that were from LA, young ones I don't know. So for that fact, I was like, all right, LA got another crop of comics coming up that are pretty funny. And I ran into him one more time. I ran into him at a comedy club, and he actually came up to me, gave me some love and respect, however you want to call it, and I did to him. So it was it's a shame. It's sad. He was on his way up. As I started doing more research on him after he passed, he had a lot of funny stuff. And he was, he was a star that was rising. So it's sad.
Absolutely. Capone, I'll bring that same question to you. What was your reaction when you heard this news break?
Of course, when you hear about a comedian passes away, it takes you to another place as a comedian. Being honest, I never really knew him and didn't work with him, but it's definitely another blow to the comedy community that got me shaking again.
Absolutely. And we've had the honor of having him on the show along with our very special guest, Slink Johnson. With Slink, I do want to come to you. I know there's been a couple people that's been chiming in on social media, including his best friend, Kamira White, who says, not seeing or talking to you these last couple of days feels weird as this is the beginning. I miss you so much. My mind is effing with me. No one believed us, but we were really BFFs. Oh my gosh, I wish you had a baby I could spoil right now. Dang, you just don't know how many people said that last night, shaking my head, trying to make me feel guilty like I was supposed to have it. This situation is just unbelievable. It's like I'm here walking around talking, but I'm not comprehending at all. I couldn't tell y'all what we do or what we finna do. All I know is I'm not gonna see you again, and that's trash. I wanna, bring the floor to you, Slink. What was your reaction when you first heard this news break?
Look, man, first and foremost, I want to say, may God bless Teddy Ray's soul, his family, all his friends, because we lost a great one with that. We lost a great one with that guy. Capone, with all due respect, Pierre, with all due respect, man, you niggas just don't know. This dude was one of the realest, one of the coldest, one of the funniest, one of the most genuine. My bro didn't even fucking practice, bro. He didn't have to. It was just effortless. And my bro he had something in him that no two Teddy Ray shows were the same. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, man. It's hard to get people that don't know him to understand. Like, you see him all over the news, all the hype. Look, because the people that know him knew what he does, knew how, man, look, bro, I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, I was in a meeting, man, and Kamira called me hysterically, man, hurt, man, and my heart goes out to Kamira because in real life, Kamira and Teddy was like this, and in his final few years, Kamira and Teddy have been tight. Kamira had really been looking out for Teddy and taking care of Teddy in a way, what I'm saying, that a lot of people wouldn't understand. But I was there, and I know what it was. And Kamira looked out for that dude, and they looked out for each other. It was just amazing freaking frack type of relationship, man. Just like she put it, what I'm saying, as far as I can see, it was just all love, man. And oh my God, I could just go on all day, Symphony, man. This dude, Teddy Ray, man, there's so much shit I want to say, man. We lost Jesus. I can't even, what I'm saying, and no pun intended, what I'm saying, I believe that, people come, Jesus comes in different forms, you know what I'm saying? We lost Nip. Nip was Jesus. Bob Marley was Jesus. Tupac was Jesus. It's different. He comes in different forms. And we just lost Jesus again. You know, if you have no idea, man, this dude's humility, his vulnerability, his relatability just made him great. Teddy, who he was when on the, he's always that. He's always that, and just hella humorous, hella real, hella caring. My bro ain't have a problem with nobody. Everybody loved Teddy. You have no idea. And it translated on stage. And in a weird way, I feel selfish and privileged to be able to know him, because a lot of people may know great people and have done great things, but y'all niggas that know Teddy. And that I feel sorry. And at the same time, I feel sorry for the world because you didn't know Teddy.
So let me ask you this, Slink, because I think there's a couple things that you mentioned there. And while I didn't know him as much as or as much as you did, you know, just from the time when you're on the show, like you said, his energy, it was just something special about him, which is why it makes it so much harder to have this conversation. But what was it about Teddy that you think made him a special comedian? Being that you had that closer interaction than most of us have had.
Teddy had an uncanny sense of an uncanny observational skill. Teddy's perspective, his humility and vulnerability, like I said earlier, it was just all too relatable. And his laugh, his voice, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, it's Teddy, man. Say, you know, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm gonna miss that dude, man. Teddy Ray was Jesus, man. Teddy, what made him, it's like Teddy was so great. It's like walking amongst the giant, literally and figuratively. And Teddy was just so great at what he does. And I'm gonna say does because it lives on. You know, Teddy's an energy. Teddy's a vibe, you know what I mean? And he's gonna live on forever. And he just so great at what he does because it's just him. Symphony, the dude just talks and he got a way of making you feel so comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, it's cool. Whatever it is, it's cool. Just do you. You know what I'm saying? Teddy had dealt with a lot of issues, and you know, involving his, you know, his appearance, you know, his eczema and stuff. But you know, he still like kept going. It's weird. Like with some people would look at Teddy was what Biggie was to rap.
Right.
Teddy the Comedy's what Biggie was to rap. You know, you gonna love this big black nigga because he's skillful. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the coldest, man.
Let me ask you this. You know, I couldn't agree with you more. Let me ask you this, Slink. Can you recall the last time that you spoke to Teddy and what that conversation was like?
I talked to Teddy 2 Tuesdays before he died. 2 Tuesdays out because we had a show together on Thursday, and I'm telling this nigga, like, what's up, man? You need me to pick you up? I'll pick you up because the white boy got the bread, man. He got the bread. Teddy, come on, man. The white boy, y'all know how I be when the white boy wants your partner. Like, yeah, man, can you bring your partner? Hell yeah, man. Call your partner. Hey, man, the white boy got the bread, man. Come on down. They like, nah, I don't need no. I'm cool, you know what I'm saying? I get there. I'm like, all right, man, we at the rooftop tonight. Like, all right, I mean, we're at the rooftop Thursday. I'm like, all right. You didn't show up, man. You know, I wasn't tripping. You know, white boy gave me his money though anyway. But I wasn't tripping. But you know, again, I hadn't talked to him since then. And that, you know, that didn't alarm me at all. Cause you know, he had been dealing, I think he had lost his phone or some shit. And Teddy's like, he don't care. If he, you know what I'm saying? And as long as I know he cool. I call Kamira, what's up with that nigga Teddy? Get in touch with him. You know, she'll get in touch with him for me or whatever. So as long as he cool. So that didn't alarm me at all. But, you know.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got a question, Slink, real quick. I remember you coming. Well, didn't you and Teddy come to the Comedy Hype when we took the pictures and so forth? Y'all was on tour, right? Y'all were on tour?
Yes,
There
yes,
was some tour dates.
yes,
How
yes.
was it working with him on tour as a comic? You know, like getting up, being on time, getting on stage, you know, doing his time. The whole comedy stand-up vibe of him on stage and traveling with him and living with him on the road.
Man, Teddy was the consummate professional, man. It's like he just slid in so easy. Bro, when I say my bro was so easy to work with, Capone, Pierre, you know, a lot of these niggas be weenies. I ain't really met you, Capone. Much love. And I see you as a real nigga, man. I fuck with you, Capone. You know what I'm saying? And from real nigga to real nigga, you know, a lot of these niggas be some weenies and shit, man.
Yep.
A lot of you comic niggas be weenies, man. That's why I'm mad we lost Teddy, because a lot of you niggas is hooks. I swear to God, a lot of you niggas is hooks. But anyway, Teddy ain't no weenie, man, and he just slid in just so effortlessly. He gets along with everybody, man, and just when he get up there, man, it ain't no stress. Like some of these weird ass niggas got to go in the corner and talk to themselves and do whatever they need to do. Teddy kicking it, smoking weed or whatever, and when it's time, he going, all right, he gonna go up there and do his shit, and no two are the same.
Right,
and he's cool, just easy to work with. No ego shit, man. Teddy gave me confidence.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers looked at me a certain way, man, coming off TV or whatever. I see that. I see the difference coming from TV, comics, and TV. You know what I'm saying? I had to slide in with the comics, and I have to earn the comics respect as a TV. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, and then a lot of times comics will look at a nigga and put a nigga at a certain place because he on TV, and Teddy would do that, but when we first met, at least. But after a while, I'm looking at this nigga like, nigga, you Teddy Ray. Like, nigga, you the big homie. You know what I'm saying? He gave me confidence because, again, thanks to Charlie Murphy, you know, he kick-started me, and Teddy kind of gave me the drive, like, man, I could do this shit, man, because that shit is an intimidating thing, man. And if you ain't a gangster like Capone, you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, you know, Teddy gave me that energy, man. Teddy gave me, without even giving it, just his vibe, just his chill vibe, just him being there. Man, come on, player, we just gonna go knock this little shit out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I love my nigga, man. I love my nigga, man. I love my nigga, man. Damn, I love that nigga, man. Oh, it's a whole lot of hook ass niggas. I swear could have took that trip.
Yeah, no, and I definitely think, you know, his voice, as you're impersonating him, like I can literally hear him in my mind. Now, I do want to transition just a little bit because we've been losing a lot of people in the comedy community. And Capone, I'll bring this question to you first. You know, we recently lost Jack Knight due to suicide, and then, you know, unexpectedly we lost Teddy Ray. And, you know, it just brings up the question of a union. Do you think there needs to be a union in place, whether it's, you know, checking on comedians' mental health while they're here, but if there is an unexpected death or unexpected anything that deals with health, you know, should there be some type of union to provide support there?
Well, I personally don't think that there should be a union. I mean, friends are friends, and people check on people that they care about. And I can see in Slick's voice that, I mean, he really cared about this brother and his passion. You know, it takes a lot for the passion to come out. And his passion is a lot for this. And there's many of us, man, who, like he said, they're not real dudes. They get on stage, they get these opportunities, or they're opportunists. And I'm not the type of person that rolls with that. If I roll with you, I roll with you. If I care about you, I call you. I do all of those type of things. All of that other stuff where a union is going to try to make us come together, that's not my thing.
Pierre, I'll bring that same question to you. What do you think about union? Do you think it's needed, you know, to help check on the mental health or just unexpected deaths and so forth? Do you think a union would be helpful?
Yes, I do. I do. I think so a lot of people don't know some of the things that us comics go through. You only see this on stage. You don't understand, you know, some of the mental stress we go through. A lot of us have chosen this career over a 9 to 5 or something that our friends or, you know, classmates have gotten a job and they're doing well at a job and got a home and a boat, whatever. And we're out here hustling and you know, think about it. Every time we do a show, we're basically fired. Now we got to find another job. And you got to go to another job and another job. Some people couldn't do that. Some people couldn't last like that. They knew every week they had to find another job and audition for another job. So it's very stressful. There's a lot of comics who are going through it. I call a lot of comedians, and sometimes they're not even known. Y'all may not know who these comics are. Well, the comedians know who I am, but the average person, because I care. I understand being at a certain age or how it feels to not be big as you want, and it messes with us mentally. So if there was a way that money could be put to a side, or I don't know how that works, if it was a way to put it aside, that people who aren't as lucky as Capone, or let's say Slink, or myself, have a place to go to, or know dental or health or whatever the case may be, someone to talk to, have something to eat. Some of these comics are starving, believe it or not. They're not doing well at all. They might marry somebody they don't want to marry. It's being with somebody just to be with them and stuff. So the mentalness of it is tragic. We only see the handful, the 5-10% who are doing well. You don't see the 95%. I can name some names of comedians right now. You're like, oh yeah, what happened to that person? I remember them. What happened? Yeah, they're still alive and they're not doing well. They're going from little job to little job, barely $100, $200 and stuff, when they're making a lot more money. So yeah, I think mentally it messes with us, but we love it so much. It's our passion. We want to do this. We want to be seen. Everyone wants to be bigger than they are normally, and they're not, and it can mess with your mind. So if a union was around to help people like that, facilitate some stuff for that, if it's medicine or some food at times or just a mental health session, I say I'm down for it.
Slink, I'll bring that same question to you. What are your thoughts? Do you think a union would be helpful for the comedy community?
You know what? It's funny because I agree with Capone and Pierre in the sense that we do need a union. However, that union would have to be comic ran. It would have to be ran by a group of comics, the top tier, the ones y'all really care, nigga. Throw that shit back, nigga, and put together a baller circle of comics, nigga, and make us a union. Get all them rich white lawyers and shit to draw some of that shit up, nigga, and then let niggas throw $25 a month towards something they can get back if need be. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because on the real, like Pierre say, it's a lot. You getting fired every night, nigga. And a lot of these comics, you don't even know. This ain't no bread. In LA, you ain't getting no bread. Out here, you ain't getting no bread for no show. What you getting is the exposure. Because one of them Bergs or Steins might be in the motherfucking audience and he feeling your style. So you ain't really getting no bread. You know what I'm saying? And even on the road, you ain't really getting no bread. You know what these niggas is doing? Some of these niggas driving 200 miles for $40. $40 in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Not y'all, of course.
No,
not
y'all, I get it. We know.
It's a cast that we fuck with that's doing that, man. And much respect to them. And at some point, I'm sure y'all might have been doing that or something similar, or you know, I have. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into this, and y'all motherfuckers don't understand. You know what I'm saying? You putting yourself on. I understand that we putting ourselves in a position to be scrutinized. So the type of comedy, the type of vibe you do is going to warrant a certain type of scrutiny. But that being said, it's tough. You living out here, motherfuckers pointing at you. I be telling motherfuckers all the time, I be trying to be humble as fuck. You might see me on TV tonight. You might see me in a county building in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Never know how that shit gonna go. So hell yeah, this shit is a topsy-turvy life.
Absolutely. Well, I definitely appreciate you all for chiming in on this topic. Like I said, I know this was a tough one. Thank you so much, Slink, for taking the time to join us and reflect on Teddy. I'm so happy I had the pleasure of meeting both you and Teddy Ray here in the studio at Comedy Hype. Definitely a memory that will not fade from me. His laugh, I hear it. Him talking, him. Say it again.
You met Jesus. You met Jesus.
And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. So again, thank you for joining us today. You definitely brought back a lot of memories that I'll be able to reflect on. And of course, Capone and Pierre, thank you for chiming in on this one as well. I don't know no better way to wrap up other than, I want to send my condolences, or on behalf of Comedy Hype, want to send our condolences to Teddy Ray and his family and friends, and the love to the comedy community. So for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.